Hello, students. Today we are going to start our Unit 2 in Entrepreneurship, and this unit comprises of two sections. The first section is about the forms of business organization, and the second part is related to business plan. So we'll start with the first part, and that is forms of business entities, or we can say forms of business organizations. In the forms of business organization, we have some previous knowledge also, like in class 11th, we have studied about the sole proprietorship, partnership, joint Hindu family business, cooperative society, and joint stock company, public or private company, or one person company. So we have some knowledge, and there are certain add-ons which we have to incorporate now. So let's start the topic. First of all, we have to see the type of activities. The type of activities are broadly classified into two categories, that are economic category and non-economic category. So what are economic activities? All those activities which give us some income are known as economic activity. Like selling vegetable is an economic activity, or selling goods from a grocery store is an economic activity. Doing services is also an economic activity. Services here means like transportation, warehousing, banking, insurance. So there are broad classification in this, that all those activities which give us or which generate some sort of income to us is known as economic activity. Then what are the non-economic activity? In non-economic activity, we include those activities which does not give us any income, like social services, or we can say the charity, any charitable work for the benefit of the society. For example, tree plantation, blood donation, cleaning of the area or premises, or maintaining the historical architectures, or anything for the benefit of society. So it is clear now that the activities are of two types. One is economic, which give us certain income, and another one is non-economic, which does not give us any income. Next topic is type of economic activity. Now we are moving to the details of economic activity. It is also in the class 11th syllabus, so I hope you know it very well, like the business, profession, and employment. So it is in the first chapter, and here we can say that the broad classification is of type of activity, where economic and non-economic activities, and now we are moving towards the economic activity. So first of all, we will start with the business. So business is very important for us, because through business we can earn profit in many ways, like producing goods, then selling it to wholesaler, then to the retailers, and finally to the consumers. It is one way. Another one is that we can buy it from the producers and sell it directly to the customers. So either we may be the manufacturers, or the wholesalers, or the retailer. In the business, there is no code of conduct, and the businessman is not guided directly by any organization in a small level. If it is a large scale business, then he have to follow the rules of the professional association, and their main motive is profit making. Next one is profession, for which certain qualification and experience is required, and for starting it, we have to take a certificate of practice. For example, if anyone want to become a lawyer, then he has to pass the LLB exam at least. Then after, he has to take a certificate of practice from the bar council of that particular area where he want to practice. And if he want to join as an employee, then he has to pass a test which is conducted by that particular organization. In profession, we take the professional fees, means we are not giving salary to the lawyer, we will get the fees for it. So, any profession who takes fees is, or any professional who takes fees can be categorized under this head. Like doctor, we also take fees, chartered accountant, teacher. Next one is employment, in which we have to possess certain educational qualification and experience, and we have to pass the test organized by that institution, and we have to follow all the guidelines of the employer. Our main motive is to serve the organization. In profession, main motive is to serve the society, and in business, profit motive is there. Now the next topic is type of business activity. So business activity can be classified into three categories: manufacturing, trading, and services. Manufacturing business is those business where we can enter either in primary sector or in secondary sector. Means we can take our raw material from the natural resources, then it will be treated as primary sector business, or we can move on to the secondary sector if we take the raw material of primary sector, or we can say if we take the final goods of primary sector as a raw material for the secondary sector. So in manufacturing, we have to produce something of value which can be easily sold. Next one is trading. In the trading business, we have to directly buy from the manufacturer and sell it to the customers. Like all retailers or all sole proprietors generally do this type of business activities. In the market, we have seen many shops are there, they are selling lots of articles which they are not producing. It means they are buying it from the producer and selling to the consumer. So, trading is buying and selling of goods. And last type is services. In services, we have to provide certain services instead of goods, and service sector is increasing very fastly nowadays. So it include insurance, banking, warehousing, transportation, hotel industry, tourism industry, anything which has the feature of services can be categorized in this head. So this is the basic introduction. Now we move on to the characteristics of business. First of all, we can see that the first point is entrepreneur's presence. The entrepreneur must present in his business, otherwise, he will not be able to analyze it whether he is going in profit or loss, or what are the actual causes of losses. So, he must present in his business. Next point is economic activity. The business we have chosen must be an economic in its nature, means it must generate some income to us. If it is non-economic, it will not be considered a business. Next point is production or procurement of goods or services. So, if we are going to start a business, it must involve one of these two features. Either we produce the goods or we procure the goods as well as services. Procurement here means maintaining the stock, and procurement feature is mainly performed by the retailers and wholesalers because they are not producing the goods, they are getting it from the producers. So they just maintain the inventory or stock, that's why it is known as procurement. So in this point, either we have to produce goods or procure goods or services. Next point is sale or exchange of goods or services. Sale or exchange means there must be a sale. If we are producing goods, then it only does not characterize us as a business. It may be possible that we are donating the goods. So there must be a sale, means something we must get in return of goods. Next is regularity. If we are doing the business for one transaction, then it will be not considered a business. Means we have to regularly engage in such activities like producing and selling. Then only it will be considered a business. Next point is utility creation. We have to create something of value. There may be a time utility, place utility, then only it will be considered a business. And next and main feature is profit earning. If there is no profit, it will not be considered as a business. So the feature of profit earning must present there, then only it will be considered a business. Next point is there must be some uncertainty about the returns. Like salaried employees are getting fixed salary, so there is no certainty, there is no uncertainty. But in business, we cannot guess that how much we can sell today. So there must be a element of uncertainty. Then only it will be considered a business. And next point is presence of risk. If there is an element of risk in the business, then only it will be considered as a business. So students, these are the basic features or characteristics of business. If any one of them is missing, it will not be considered as a business. So I hope you have understood it. Thank you, student.